KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson and the Adahi Tano program. Cars Plus, home of Guam's first and only lifetime limited powertrain warranty. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurants, always open, always local, and serving up favorites for over 40 years.
Now on primetime, along with signing the executive order extending her emergency declaration, the governor establishes a COVID-19 unified response effort team. Plus, passengers who arrived from the Philippines last week, forced into quarantine, are only now being asked to sign forms. And the family of the first Guamanian to lose their life during the coronavirus crisis shares their experience and remembers Auntie Dory. Good evening, my friends. In Hafaday, I'm Jason Salas, and these are tonight's top stories if you're watching us or streaming us live on Facebook. Well, the Governor Luliang Guerrero today officially signed her executive order extending her public health emergency order by another 14 days, lasting through April the 13th. This now means that all public schools, private schools, and all non-essential GovGuam agencies will remain closed. The Magahaga's mandatory isolation directive also remains in effect. And during a press conference this afternoon, the governor also announced the establishment of the COVID-19 Unified Response Effort, or KUAM, healthcare system, pooling the resources of all local healthcare facilities to combat coronavirus.
As part of this effort, the KUAM Action Team was created to offer advice relative to the appropriate medical response to the COVID-19 pandemic. This action team is led by Dr. Mike Cruz, who serves as the Guam Army National Guard's State Surgeon General and my Chief Medical Advisor. The action team consists of representatives from the medical and healthcare provider community, including representatives from the public and private sector. To put it simply, the KUAM healthcare system will allow us to use all the medical facilities and resources available to us on island. It would create 3 tiers of medical care. Tier 3 is Guam's public and private hospitals. We will be using the Guam Regional Medical City for non-COVID-19 medical care. This will allow for the Guam Memorial Hospital to focus its efforts on COVID-19 related care. Tier 2 will be for non-COVID-19 urgent care facilities. I have designated the American Medical Center, FHB, and SDA to be used for urgent care. Tier 1 will be all other healthcare facilities and providers. As a condition of their licensure, all healthcare facilities and healthcare providers on Guam will be required to assist in the vaccination, treatment, examination, or testing of any individual who, on instruction from the Department of Public Health and Social Services, presents himself to any clinic or other healthcare facility for medical assistance. If a Tier 1 or 2 medical facility determines a person fits the criteria for COVID PUI, they will be immediately transported to GMH for further assessment.
The governor punctuated the presentation by saying that COVID-19 is a global enemy that moves invisibly and will not be defeated without a unified community effort. Well, early reports of multiple positive coronavirus cases at Naval Hospital are inaccurate, so says the U.S. Navy. Joint Region Mediana spokesman Lieutenant Commander Rick Moore said in a news release that the Naval Hospital Guam has tested numerous personnel in conjunction with the Naval Health Center in San Diego. Yet, according to the hospital's commanding officer, Captain Maria Young, quote, there are no active cases at the Naval Hospital, although she does confirm that there are 2 DoD-affiliated cases tested by Public Health that were previously reported and remain in Public Health's monitored home isolation in accordance with guidelines by the CDC. Captain Young says she regrets the confusion, and Lieutenant Commander Moore says the Navy will, quote, continue to work hand in hand with GovGuam to include timely notification of suspected or confirmed cases. Also tonight, discussions are underway to move pregnant women and babies from the Guam Memorial Hospital into Muning to Guam Regional Medical City in Dedido. The governor's chief medical advisory and Guam Memorial Hospital administrator Lilian Posadas confirms that there have been talks, but nothing yet has been set in stone.
The plan for the movement of pediatrics or the full maternal child health service lines is still a work in progress. We don't think there's a need to do that right at this point. I will tell you that I've been in contact with Jolene Uggan, the medical director at GMH, along with Dr. Tom Shea, the OB chair department, and also Dr. Amanda Del Rosario, who's the pediatric chair, on this possibility. And so that is not the case. In fact, both of them have already toured BRMC to see, to ensure that if and when this transfer takes place, that it's done in a safe and efficient manner.
It's a lot of details because remember, we're talking about 4 units within the maternal child health population. You're dealing with labor and delivery, OB nursery. In the nursery itself, you're dealing with NICU, neonatal intensive care unit, pediatrics, and then the postpartum area. So 4 units. And so it's not a simple thing to do.
Now, for context, you may recall that in November 2018, Guam Regional Medical City began to phase out its maternal child health care services. Also in our rundown tonight, passengers that arrived from the Philippines last week and were forced into a 14-day quarantine are now wondering why they're now being asked to acknowledge that their quarantine was voluntary.
Anyways, I don't know if I'm supposed to be videotaping back here in the tarmac, but we're going to isolation.
We've been chronicling his COVID quarantine, and on day 5, Dave Sablon confirms they were moved from their quarantine-approved facility in Tamuning to 2 Monroe.
We're presently at Pacific Star.
When did you move?
They informed us that we would start vacating our last hotel at 8 p.m. last night, shortly after dinner. So they started moving us in groups, small groups. But, you know, this is like a bad sci-fi flick.
Just keeps getting worse.
Putting us in the cover of darkness, and, you know, and we were just getting settled in. I was really comfortable there and trying to move us to another place. And I was very apprehensive about moving to begin with, because then we were going to commingle us again with each other.
Not only was he concerned about the transfer, but confused as to why he, along with other passengers that were on his flight from the Philippines, were provided an emergency involuntary detention order and now are asked to sign a form acknowledging voluntary quarantine.
I didn't sign any form. I still have the original document that was a involuntary quarantine, and, you know, that's still the case with me. I mean, I'm not fighting the system, but I'm not signing something that they gave us just to say, can you please sign this? No, because it didn't change.
KUAM asked for clarification during a press conference with Public Health Director Linda Pinco Denorsi, who explained that mandatory quarantine is enforced for all passengers arriving from the Philippines, but didn't provide clarification as to why Sablon and others were now being asked to acknowledge it was voluntary, adding to the confusion.
Because in the law, the regulations, we must, if any involuntary is enforced, the court has to get involved and issue that within 10 days. And so that is the reason why I will be appearing in court for that matter.
No word on when that court hearing will take place.
Meanwhile, during today's press briefing, the governor confirmed information that KUAM News received that an estimated $4 million will be needed to cover the cost for the mandatory quarantine protocol measures.
The $4 million really is estimated for a stay of about 60 days, right? Is it 60 days? For a stay of about 60 days. So that $4 million may be less depending on the volume and depending on the status of the individuals. The funding source from that is going to be coming from the general fund. And so we are recording and accounting for all of this, Chris, because we will most likely get reimbursement from the federal government.
Now, just in case you're wondering, that $4 million is being taken from the budgets of the University of Guam, the Guam Community College, the island's judiciary, the Commission on Decolonization, the legislature, the Public Defenders Corporation, and the Office of Public Accountability. In other island news headlines tonight, while our island remains in a heightened sense of tension with required social isolation, one family is left dealing with unimaginable grief as their loved one, the first casualty of the coronavirus era, is no longer with them. And this all comes during a very painful time when being able to gather close together as a group would be the most meaningful thing in the world. Yolanda Pilarca shared in emotional detail her family's ordeal since learning about the passing of her beloved aunt, Doreen Jesus. And her family never got the chance to say goodbye. Her family learned that Auntie Doreen had fallen severely ill, primarily through the often crude, impersonal lens of social media.
we never really were officially told, you know. It was all through social media last week when we actually put it together. But it was never really confirmed to us until later in the week.
Pilar described Auntie Doring as a multi-talented, devoted woman, known and respected island-wide for her musical ability, her love, and her angelic voice.
In her younger days, she had her guitar with her, and she would sing. She sang in the choir at church. She was very musical. She could play piano, and she taught a lot of my cousins and me the Chamorro songs at Christmas and the hymns for Mass. It was all Auntie Doring in the choir all the time.
Adding to their family's anguish is the feeling that the fact that they weren't able to say goodbye. And she says this has been the hardest part.
Because of the isolation, you know, my auntie was alone. And, you know, in Guam, when we know someone is passing, we all go to the hospital or to the home. If it's happening at home, we're all there to show our support. And even now, my family, we can't get together. And although everybody knows what it's like to lose somebody in their family, adding the fact that we can't even get together, and it's just really hard. And I wish people would be nicer about this online, because she has so many people who love her, and I just want to shout at everyone to just leave her alone.
However, dozens of users in today's live chat on Facebook expressed their heartfelt sympathies, prayers, and wishes that Auntie Doring's soul is finally at rest.
She did so much to add to the beauty of our culture. She was one of our aunties who was not shy to get on stage and be proud of our culture and sing and dance. But her voice was so pretty. I mean, like I wrote in my tribute to her, her voice was like sing-song, you know what I mean? It was gentle, and when it had to be firm, her voice was still pretty. Even if she was getting upset at you, her voice was still pretty.
And Pilarca's family is using social media for good, helping those who wish to gather, to grieve, to offer their condolences, and to be part of the Guam family that Auntie Doring so very cherished. Now, because of the island-wide lockdown and mandated social distancing rules, funeral services and a proper burial have not been finalized.
Once the advisories to stay away from each other is lifted, we will most likely hear what Lisa has planned, because Auntie Doring's life deserves to be celebrated.
Now, if you and those you love would like to join the Rosary and offer your own condolences online or pray for Guam and everyone else, you can find the live stream at 8 p.m. tonight on facebook.com/francis.g.lujan. Once again, facebook.com/francis.g.lujan. Also tonight, as a result of a limited supply of test kits across the nation and here on the island, the Governor's Medical Advisory Group has announced 4 specific groups that will be prioritized for testing. They are hospitalized and emergency room patients, people with chronic disease, healthcare workers and first responders, and the elderly. If any of these individuals within these 4 groups are showing signs of COVID-19, they will be tested first. Dr. Felix Cabrera says this does not mean that swabs won't still be conducted of sick people.
The tests that they're going to run first are the highest priority tests. And then they're going to they're going to put the rest of those tests on in the backlog, so to speak, the lower priorities. If something changes in those patients, for example, if they get sicker later and they need to go to the hospital, then they rise up into the priority testing list.
Now, this does mean the Guam Public Health Laboratory will not be testing mildly sick people with symptoms at this time. Dr. Cabrera did not have a count on just how many are currently on backlog. Well, the word tonight is hang in there, help is on the way from Uncle Sam. That is a message that the governor had for island residents suffering from COVID-19 related economic hardship during the press briefing. The island's Magahaga said she's waiting on federal aid packages making their way through U.S. Congress. The chief executive touted a Small Business Administration COVID relief loan program, and she is also asking those who have lost their jobs, had their hours cut, or otherwise been hit with a cash crunch because of coronavirus to please be patient.
So I'm just asking people to hang on, work with us, because we will get over it. I have a group of business people that are advising me. And so what I would like to do is to start getting the data and the information of what their impact is in their various industry, so we can, of course, help them. That's the purpose of it. It's to help the businesses.
With respect to living assistance, federal relief, rent and eviction relief, has also been announced by the Federal Housing Finance Agency in the form of mortgage forbearance for multifamily property owners with the condition that they suspend all evictions for renters unable to pay rent due to coronavirus. While the governor could not say that this relief applies to Guam, KUAM News did ask her what message she had for island residents, as many of their tenants struggle to find a way to make rent payments in less than a week's time.
Could we be a little bit lenient to the renters? Maybe do some kind of deferral of their rents for maybe 2 or 3 months. And once we get the aid and so forth, we will make sure that they get reimbursed for that. Because we could also make it as this is an economic disaster need that we are meeting.
Governor Leon Guerrero said she's making preparations for when GovGuam receives federal aid and relief packages so that the assistance can get to those who need to get it quickly. Well, please stay with us, my friends. We are going to take our first commercial break, but keep streaming and keep watching because Primetime continues after these.
We value relationships because when we commit,
I love you guys until you're 80, until you're 90, until you're 100, forever.
We are in it for the long run, so you can enjoy the moments that matter. Because when we commit to relationships, we never stop caring. Calvo's Select Care, health care that is always there for you.
Green Energy Solutions, Inc. would like to congratulate GU Self-Storage along with Calvo Enterprises in doing their part by going green with a monthly power reduction by over 80%. Power consumption before installation was 39,700 kilowatt hours. After installation ended in 6,221 kilowatt hours, which resulted in savings over $10,000 a month. GESI also offers LED lights, solar thermal VRF air conditioning, and solar photovoltaics. Visit our website and let us help you save.
Hafa, I'm Bernie Valencia with Matson. Our local Matson team understands that these are very trying times for everyone. Matson's top priority, like yours, is to keep our families safe and healthy and ensure you have what you need. We'd like to give you peace of mind that Matson's service continues unscheduled and uninterrupted. Matson is committed to our weekly service from the United States West Coast to Honolulu into Guam and Saipan. We are working with the Port Authority of Guam and providing the capacity and services our customers need so they can continue to meet your needs. Matson will take all appropriate measures to ensure continuity of service into Guam and Saipan. When we work together to take care of our family and neighbors, we will emerge from this as a stronger island community.
This public service announcement was brought to you by the Port Authority of Guam, KUAM Communications, and Matson.
Inspiration can come from anywhere, even from the new Triple Lupa from Taco Bell. It's 3 mini chalupas with 3 different flavors.
The new Triple Lupa from Taco Bell. The chalupa deliciously reinvented.
My family is on whole home Wi-Fi powered by Plume.
Since we installed the Docomo whole home Wi-Fi, what did you guys notice about it?
When you pull up the driveway, it automatically connects, and I don't have to get out of my car right away and come upstairs to go on my phone.
My favorite thing is that it doesn't buffer when I'm watching YouTube.
My favorite thing is that when Addie calls now, there's no lag. Like before, it used to be where I couldn't see her sometimes and I have to hang up and then call her back, and now I don't have to do that.
You know what's a good thing too is that when you come over to visit, I could give you your own password. I can assign a time limit so that I can say that you can only be on it for 1 hour. So that means you won't get in trouble from your mom.
And then you can go home.
The thing that I love the most is that I can freeze the internet for periods of time so that we can enjoy dinner time like this. Why are you rolling your eyes? So I'll turn it back on after dinner.
whole home Wi-Fi powered by Plume. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Welcome back, everybody. Chances are good for an 18% drop in your power bill beginning next month. Citing a recent plunge in global fuel prices, the Consolidated Commission on Utilities today approved that reduction in the fuel surcharge known as the LEAC, starting on April 1st. CCU Chairman Joey Duenas says that includes a previous 8% drop last month.
So what we've done is reduce the LEAC that started on February 1st, which was a reduction from 15.4 cents, a little over 15 cents, down to 13 cents. And we're now proposing another reduction beginning with meters read on and after April 1st to 11 cents.
Once more, he says the average residential user of 1,000 kilowatts would see a reduction of 18% in their monthly bill. The proposed rate review was first raised by Commissioner Simon Sanchez, saying falling oil prices from a production dispute between Russia and Saudi Arabia was one of the leading factors. The LEAC reduction must still be approved by the PUC, which meets on Thursday. And while the CCU has approved the fuel surcharge reduction for GPA customers, Senator Jim Moylan wants a similar reduction at the gas pumps. He filed legislation today for a temporary 6-month reduction in the liquid fuel tax, returning rates to prior levels before the tax was raised in 2018. The senator sees this as a companion to the previously introduced measure to roll back the business privilege tax for an equal time of 6 months. Moylan says as we wait for federal funding help during the coronavirus crisis, it's critical we start looking at common necessities such as fuel and finding ways to help make things more affordable for local families. Good news tonight is approximately 590 tax refund checks totaling a little over $2 million will be mailed out this week. Revenue Tax's checks include refunds garnished to repay government debts and error-free returns filed on or before October 12th of 2019. On or before October 12th of 2019. Well, also tonight, a lot of parents are looking for ways to keep their kids active while keeping them safe. There are still questions like, is it okay for them to go to the playground? And do kids need to social distance themselves from their siblings? Here's the answers you seek in this week's Health Check.
Health Check is presented by Island Cancer Center.
Kids need to be outside to be healthy. They need exercise and sunshine.
Dr. Rachel Pearson says even though coronavirus is a main concern right now, that advice still holds true.
In this time of social distancing, it's especially important for parents to focus on kids' overall health as well as preventing the virus.
As for where to play, an open field or backyard is your best bet.
Shared play spaces like playgrounds should be thought of as high-touch surfaces, which are difficult to keep clean kid after kid. And so the best and safest thing is to take your kid to a place where they can run around on their own.
Play dates are a no-go for now, but Dr. Pearson says brothers and sisters can still spend time together.
It's not practical in the home to try to keep kids who live together apart. Kids in the same family can keep interacting. We just recommend that in the home, do lots of hand washing, and you want to regularly clean high-touch surfaces like doorknobs, countertops, any hard surfaces that your kids touch multiple times a day.
You may have heard coronavirus more seriously impacts older adults. That's only part of the story.
So far, research shows that kids are less likely than adults to get severely or critically ill from coronavirus. However, that doesn't mean kids can't get sick from it. Some kids who get coronavirus will need hospital care. So even though kids are at less risk of dying or having to be in an ICU compared to adults, we still want to do everything we can to prevent them from getting sick.
Preventing them from getting sick also prevents them from passing it on. Erica Zucco, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
Health Check is presented by Island Cancer Center.
Please stay tuned. Sports is coming up.
What's that? An Alpha Insurance customer needs a claim settled immediately? I'm on it. Agent Alpha.
In the event of an accident, theft, or breakdown, each of our Alpha Insure agents are trained to go above and beyond.
This is my stop. There she is. Target acquired.
Agent Alpha.
Yes!
It's a celebration at Cars Plus Guam. During our Jeep Celebration event, receive up to $2,000 off on the all-new 2020 Jeep Gladiator, the most capable off-road mid-size pickup truck. Customize your Gladiator the way you want it. Call 477-7807 or visit our website and get pre-approved online at carsplusguam.com today.
As our island continues to band together to protect our families and communities from the effects of COVID-19, we at GCA want to assure you that we are here for you. Should you need to contact us for any reason, you can chat with us online at www.gta.net, connect with us on Facebook, or call us at 644-4482. Families are at the heart of what we do, and we are committed to keep you and yours safe, healthy, and connected. GTA, we start with you.
Taco Bell reinvented the chalupa, so why can't I reinvent myself?
I'm an influencer.
Guys, I'm trying to fly here.
The new Triple Lupa from Taco Bell. The chalupa deliciously reinvented.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. Athletes around the nation trying to find ways to stay in shape. Tonight on the show, we're going to hear from Navy track star Regine Tagati about her season being cut short and how she's staying in shape just in case her season can be salvaged. Check it out.
College track and field star Regine Tagati holds both the 60-meter and 200-meter records for the Naval Academy. Regine finished one of her outdoor meets for Navy before the season was cut short due to the coronavirus.
The first notice I got was from Patriot League, and they're the conference we compete in, and they were the first ones to issue the statement that, hey, all Patriot League spring season sports are canceled. I mean, at first, I was just in total disbelief. I mean, I just didn't believe it. Like, there's no way you can stop all of sports, you know? So I was just in shock. I couldn't believe it at first. Literally after like 2-3 hours after we got that email from Patriot League, that's when NCAA issued their statement saying, oh, it's not just the conferences making their own decisions whether they want to hold their sports or not. It's actually all college sports are canceled for the rest of the season. So that's when it sunk in. That's when I realized, oh, this is real. This is actually happening.
With her season in doubt and time to process everything that happened, Regine says she's still getting in some training with her fiance, who is also a coach. Tagati is currently in Florida, and according to the DOD, she's been instructed.
First and foremost, I mean, season or no season, I'm still going to train as if we do have a season. I think it's a perfect opportunity to put in some base training. Not having any meets means I could train more. I have like a sled. I have weight training. The gym on base is still open as of now. I've been hearing all the other gyms and weight training areas like around the Pensacola area is closing down. So, I mean, we'll see what happens in terms of weight training. But as far as like right now, the track is open. I have my spikes. I have my lifting shoes. I have all of the things I really need to train. And stay in shape.
Regine is still hopeful that her track season can be salvaged, but is more focused on graduation.
Our graduation is scheduled for May 22, so that's a big question mark as well. I assume, because we're going to start up remote online classes this Friday, and assuming we stay online till the end of the semester, I mean, we're still going to graduate. We're still going to be commissioned. We don't know if we're going to have a ceremony yet. Everything's still up in the air. I would assume yes, I'm graduating the same time. Yes, I'm still going to get my commission as an officer. We're assuming that's still going to happen whether we have an actual graduation ceremony or commissioning ceremony.
My family is on whole home Wi-Fi powered by Plume.
Since we installed the Docomo whole home Wi-Fi, what did you guys notice about it?
When you pull up the driveway, it automatically connects, and I don't have to get out of my car right away and come upstairs to go on my phone. My favorite thing is that it doesn't buffer when I'm watching YouTube.
My favorite thing is that when Addie calls now, there's no lag. Like before, it used to be where I couldn't see her sometimes and I have to hang up and then call her back, and now I don't have to do that.
You know what's a good thing too is that when you come over to visit, I could give you your own password. I can assign a time limit so that I can say that you can only be on it for 1 hour. So that means you won't get in trouble from your mom.
And then you can go home.
The thing that I love the most is that I can freeze the internet for periods of time so that we can enjoy dinner time like this. Why are you rolling your eyes? So I'll turn it back on after dinner.
Whole home Wi-Fi powered by Plume. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Attention Guam business owners. Green Energy Solutions would like to help you save on your power bill. We supply various LED lighting, energy efficient air conditioners, solar thermal VRF systems, and solar panels. You can count on our product warranty and quick turnaround and immediate response service. GESI has saved other local businesses over 80% off their power. Call us to see how much we can save your business. Call us today at 647-8111 or visit gesiguam.com for more information.
At Island Cancer Center, we treat our patients and their families like our family. We have all been touched by cancer, and it is important to feel comfortable and secure under the care of our health professionals. You can count on us for skilled cancer specialists, the most advanced cancer-fighting technology on the island, and a commitment to caring for you or your loved one with compassion, respect, and empathy. Our family, treating your family.
Island Cancer Center, located on Guam Medical Plaza. Visit us at islandcancercenter.com or call 646-3363.
As our island continues to band together to protect our families and communities from the effects of COVID-19, we at GCA want to assure you that we are here for you. Should you need to contact us for any reason, you can chat with us online at www.gta.net, connect with us on Facebook, or call us at 644-4482. Families are at the heart of what we do, and we are committed to keep you and yours safe, healthy, and connected. GTA, we start with you.
It's a celebration at Cars Plus Guam. During our Jeep celebration event, receive up to $2,000 off on the all-new 2020 Jeep Gladiator, the most capable off-road mid-size pickup truck. Customize your Gladiator the way you want it. Call 477-7807 or visit our website and get pre-approved online at carsplusguam.com today.
We could all use a smile on our face this time of night, so here are tonight's birthday shout-outs from Cold Stone Creamery. March 24th is a happy birthday to John A. Kitachai Jr., who celebrates birthday number 35. Happy birthday, son. We love you, says your family. Jeanette Lee Bazaduenas celebrates Sweet 16 today, so happy birthday to you from your friends and family. Keanu Sage Perez Pagaral, happy birthday to you, who currently resides in Las Vegas, Sin City. Happy birthday number 2. We love you and can't wait to celebrate when you come home. Love, your familia. And happy birthday to Marie Cruz, our beauty queen. Thank you for being an awesome sister. God bless you always. We love you, from Sis Bobby and family. And of course, we cannot forget our belated birthday celebrant, and John Onadera has a birthday on the 22nd. So, happy belated birthday, John. Happy birthday even for our belated birthday friends. We love and miss you. Say all of your family. Hope all of you had a fantastic birthday today. The birthday club is 365, everybody, so go to KUAM.com and register and then tune in. It is that simple. Everybody, please stay indoors. Please take care of each other. And when you say your prayers tonight, please make a special prayer for all of those working in healthcare. They're working really hard. Thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Green Energy Solutions, Inc. Visit gesiguam.com or call 647-8111 for more details on how we can help your business save money.
Day.